Hey, welcome back. In this fifth video, we are exclusively going to talk about the future. We have the future perfect with will, the future perfect progressive still will, the future perfect be going to, and the future perfect progressive be going to. And of course, we're still moving on with active and passive voices. In our first example, the future perfect with will, we're having an active sentence. The workers will have completed the project before the deadline. And of course, its passive would be the project would have been completed before the deadline. Remember, I told you in the previous video that be is taking the form of this tense here from the active and bringing out in a passive. So we're having to be, and future perfect is would have been, and then completed by the deadline. And the next couple example is about the future perfect progressive. The future perfect, this one here, but a progressive one with word again. The active sentence gives us the famous artist would have been painting the mirror for over 2 months by the time it's finished. And the passive sentence is the mirror would have been painted by the famous artist for over 2 months by the time it's finished. And of course, we're still having our active tense or the form included in the passive plus the perfect of the verb to be conjugated. Okay. In this other sentence, the future perfect be going to, we're having the active sentence. The workers are going to have completed the project by the deadline. And the passive, remember we're switching subject and objects. The project is going to have been completed by the deadline. And the same thing happening on and on again. Are going to have completed. To be in this form is going to have been. In our last couple of example is the progressive form of the future perfect. Okay, be going to. The active sentence gives us the famous artist is going to have been painting the mirror for over 2 months by the time it's finished. And our passive sentence will be the mirror is going to have been painted by the famous artist for over 2 months by the time it's finished. And the same thing is still going on with other sentences. Just remember this structure here, you have to keep it. You don't even have to change anything. It really doesn't matter what tense you have in the active, you can change it. And you also have to remember that I told you from the very beginning that our sentences, passive and active, are reversible. It means that you can also have a sentence in passive and turn it into an active sentences, the voice. Well, that's it for this video, guys. See you later. Bye bye.